Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the second part of my novel, My Pokemon and I, Reliving the Crisis. And the second part is called The Rocket Disguise. I hope you enjoy it. I'm zooming in a little bit, just just to make the text bigger. Then the adventure continues. I just kept pacing the floor without any ideas to my name. I really wanted to stop that part so bad. In the movie, I know Ash saves Latias from the crooks. The problem is that I want to be the one to save her. She's one of my best friends after all. I thought of a plan, sort of. It was kind of incomplete. I wanted to fool the crooks in a way with a disguise of my own, but I had no idea who or what I should be disguised as. I remember that Annie and Oakley were members of Team Rocket. I think they were on a mission for their boss. Giovanni was the name, I believe. They were supposed to steal the Soul Dew and capture Latias and Latios. Then the two, or at least Oakley, became obsessed with power, and they found out a key purpose for the Soul Dew. That's how the city was threatened. Okay, why am I thinking this? This is very uncomfortable. Do not ask me how or why I remember this dreadful part. I hate myself for doing so, if you want to know the truth. Anyway, back to my plan. I think I can disguise myself as a Team Rocket member of some kind. The only problem is I don't have any suspicious-looking clothes on me. I don't think I own any in my house either. Maybe Lorenzo has something I could use. I went upstairs to his room. As I headed for his room, I noticed a door on the ceiling. It looked like it was an attic door of some kind. A string was attached to the door. I jumped up, grabbed it, and pulled it down. The door opened. I noticed that I could not reach the opening without a ladder. However, I remember seeing a ladder at Lorenzo's workshop, so I headed down to head down there. I remember he told me, I don't like others in my workshop without my permission. But at this point, I didn't care. I got the ladder from the workshop and returned to the attic opening. The attic was very dark and small looking. Even as small as it was crammed with stuff. I could barely move around this tiny place. I didn't see anything I needed, it seemed. Maybe I should try looking in some boxes. I searched through the cabinet that looked about 50 years old. There were a lot of old clothes. I went through everything, but only saw clothes that I would never wear. The cabinet was only stuffed with clothes Lorenzo wore when he was younger. The boxes I saw mostly had the phrase "fragile, handle with care" wrote on them with ink. It looked like these were only antiques from Lorenzo's past. There was only one other item worth checking. It was a chest. It was a very odd-looking one, too. It looked like one of those pirate treasure chests you would find on movies. Is Lorenzo secretly a pirate? There was only one way to find out. I opened the chest, hoping to find some pirate booty, but to my surprise, there was no pirate items at all. There was a very odd-looking picture of a boy with a lady. The boy looked a little like Lorenzo. There also were charms and jewelry, and also a few toys from the past. This was not a pirate chest, but a memory chest. I figured out that the picture was with Lorenzo with his mother, so I thought, and that is the chest was all the items that brought back from his wonderful times and thoughts. Besides the memory items I found an old-looking coat. I think it looked like it was a coat that detectives use. I think this is what I needed. Under it was the hat that went with the coat. I tried the coat on. To my surprise, it was a perfect fit. That must mean something. I put on the hat and adjusted the end. I found an old mirror in the chest. I took a peek at my disguise. It looked very mysterious. This is just what I needed. Alright, now is the time to get to that spot. I closed the door on my way down the ladder, took the ladder and returned it to the workshop. Now I was on my way to the scene. There was still a little problem. I still don't know where the place is or how to get there. Great. How am I gonna find Latias if I don't even know my way around here? I figured if I found Lorenzo's house by choosing random roads, I would find the scene the same way. I took a left at one alleyway, then a right, left, right, lost. The great plan I thought of was going to be failed now. Or will it? The random roads tactic didn't look like it was getting me anywhere. I started to hang my head down in shame. As I held my head down, I saw what looked like some sort of wallet. I didn't want to take it, but my gut felt like I should. I opened it and saw something that shocked me a bit. It was a Team Rocket member badge. This was a little freaky to me. Not only that I found it at all, but the fact that I actually need this to complete my plan. I put it in my coat pocket and kept walking. I followed the alley I was on until I could not anymore. There was a fairly small canal in front of me. To my right, there was nothing much but the extension of the canal. The road turned right into a no longer seeable point. To my left was another canal extension, but this one had a bridge going over at one point. I thought I saw a moving speck further down the path. I hid behind the building that I was next to and stuck my head out. The speck got closer, and I noticed it was a person. The person was coming towards me, it looked like. When the person got close enough, I identified it. It looked like Bianca, but once again, it did not see a hat on her. Yes, that's her! I found Latias! I was so excited. I wanted to run towards her and give her a big hug, but I knew if I did that, the plan would be ruined. I continued to hide behind the building. Latias looked very calm while she was walking. I was wondering during the movie, and even now, where her brother was when this event was happening. I looked around and squinted, but I found no hidden figure. I heard some sort of buzzing noise all of a sudden. It sounded like a vehicle of some sort. Wait. Oh no, that must be the boat. And that means that the part is going to happen right now. That's exactly what it was, too. It was the crooks coming down the alley on their boat. As soon as they got close to Latias, they slowed down to a slow speed. I saw one of them took out some weird-looking glasses. Ugh! Those are the invisible specs they used in the movie! They could see right through Latias' disguise! That part was definitely happening now. No doubt about it. I tried to think of a way to get Latias out of the spot. I did think of a way, but it sounded very bad to me. But I had to go with it. If I wasted any more time, it might be too late. I'm gonna hate myself for this. Sorry, Latias. Please forgive me for doing this. I suddenly jumped from behind the building and started running as fast as I could. I was also very quiet with the steps I took. I ran until I got close to Latias. I then jumped, lunged, and tackled her to the ground. I feel like I'm as bad as those crooks. What the? Hey, what's going on here? As I sat on Latias, I grabbed both of her arms and put them behind her back. I then got up and yanked her up, too. I locked her arms behind her to prevent her from escaping. Not to worry, ladies, I got this one. I lowered my voice so they wouldn't figure out who I was. Just who are you, anyway? With one arm still grabbing a hold of Latias, I used my other hand to get the wallet with the Team Rocket badge inside. I opened the wallet and held it out to show Annie and Oakley. The name is Mike. I've been sent here to help you capture Latias and Latios for Giovanni. Latias heard what I said and started to squirm to get free. I continued to hold on to her with all my energy. What? I don't remember requesting assistance for this job. We didn't. Say, I don't think I ever saw you either. It's a shame that you did. I'm one of the top-ranked spies for Giovanni. I came here to combine our abilities to make this capture a great and successful one. Well, it looks like you did part of the job. Oh, hey, I couldn't have done this without your help. You two made a fantastic distraction. I guess so. Don't forget, we still have the Latios to capture, and that wonderful jewel. Okay, now we need to go to my headquarters so we can put Latias away. We don't want her escaping. No, we don't. So where's this place anyway? I made a hideout on a beach north of here. You can't miss it. You two go park the boat and meet me there. Latias tried now even harder to break free. I still didn't let her go, though. Latias, please stop squirming. I'm trying to help you. Latias seemed not to hear me at all. She continued to squirm her hardest. Oh no, she must be too terrified to read my mind. Hey, do you need help there? You look like you're straining. No thanks, I got it. No need to get all worried about me. Now let's go. Now's not the time to be fooling around. Very well. We'll meet you at the hideout in 10 minutes. As the boat drove off, I started dragging Latias across the bridge. That boat soon was behind the building. As soon as I saw that, I was relieved. Now, and now feeling happy that Latias was safe. They're gone. My plan worked. Latias was still struggling to get free. She must still not have noticed I was on her side. Oh, Latias, I saved you. You're safe now. I very quickly spun her around and hugged her with all my might. She started to squirm again, but then shortly stopped. Oh, Latias, I'm so sorry that I'm so sorry I did that to you. I promise I will never hurt you like that again. She looked up with me with a puzzled look. I guess she didn't know what was up with me. I'd be the same way too if someone tackled me to the ground and then acted all sorry. I, I stopped hugging her but still held her. I looked at her with a smiling face. Latias, I know that you must be so terrified of what happened to you, but I want you to know that I'm on your side. And she had on a look that didn't look like she should believe what I'm saying or not. Please believe me, Latias. Everything I said and did back there was fake. All I wanted to do was to get you away from those two thieves. I first took off the coat I was wearing and then took off the hat I was wearing to show her my face. When she saw my face, her eyes widening with unbelief. She must now have recognized me from that encounter we had before the race. She then put her head on my chest and sighed. She must have been relieved to see I wasn't a thief myself. So you recognized me from the last time we met, and she looked up at me. I didn't know it was you at the time. I thought you were your friend, Bianca. I tried to come back to talk to you again, but at that time you left. She continued to look at me silently. I was wondering why she was so quiet. This is not like her. I then remembered that she doesn't know that I can communicate with her. You're awfully quiet, aren't you? Are you still a little scared of the incident? She nodded her head at me. I forgot to tell you something. I know this may be a little beyond belief, but I can talk with you. She gave me another puzzled look. I think I messed up on what I was trying to say. Let me rephrase that. Whatever you say to me, I can understand. Her eyes widened again, but she still didn't say anything. Come on, say something. I'll tell you what you said. Honest. I really can understand Pokemon language. Hello? Ha! You said hello, am I right? She gave me a very shocked look at me. She must be thinking how I'm able to do this. I know it may seem unbelievable, but I really can't understand what you're saying. So you didn't guess on what I'm saying? No, I did not, Latias. Wow, you really do know what I'm saying. I know, isn't it great? Now I want you to answer a question, and please be honest. Yes, what is it? Do you trust me? She paused for a brief moment, and then smiled at me. Yes, I trust you. I smiled back at her. Oh, goody, I'm so glad you do. I noticed that I had been spending a lot of, if not too much, time in this one spot. I needed to get Latias out of here before the crooks came back. Okay, Latias, we need to get you out of this one spot. The thieves might come back here to see if we're still here. Oh, good idea. I don't like the looks of them. They look mean. Okay then, you lead the way. I don't know my way around here, but you should. Yep, I do. I've been living here all my life. We started down the alleyway we were on. I did not know at all where Latias was taking me. Excuse me, human. What was your name again? I turned and looked at her. My name is Mike. It's a great pleasure to finally meet you at last. I held my hand to shake with her. She gave me a smile and shook my hand with her disguised hand. We started again down the path we were on. Latias suddenly stopped in her tracks and turned to me. Mike? Yes? I'm a bit confused. Why were those two humans trying to capture me? I really did not want to tell her the actual truth because it might scare her, but I had to. She needed to know sooner or later. That would be the best time. I really don't want to tell you, but I have to. What? What is it? Those two are trying to capture you and your brother Latios because they want to steal the powers you two share. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it, really? Yes, I know it's very scary to think, but it's true. That is very scary. I don't know if I believe that or not. There's a chance that it might not happen, though. I came here to prevent them from doing any bad things to either of you. I used whatever phrase I could think of to cheer her up. But things have been peaceful here all my life. I can't even think of something like that to happen. You don't have to believe me, but I really wish you would. She froze in thought for a brief moment. I think I really need to get back home with my brother. She suddenly undisguised herself to me. It was nice to see her original self again. You're a really nice human, Mike. I thank you for saving me. I really need to go. Goodbye. And she suddenly turned invisible and flew off towards the sky. Latias, wait! I could not believe it. All that work to see Latias, and now she runs away from me and deserts me? I was so upset. I just stood there, still shocked. I wanted to get going, but I was too shocked to take a step. I wondered where Latias was going to now. Probably to tell her brother about me and about what I said about her in the upcoming crisis. I continued to go along the path. I felt so lonely again. I wanted Latias to come back and show me Alto Mare. I guess I won't see her for a while. I went down some roads again until I made it to the marketplace again. I don't know how I keep guessing correctly about the directions. I must be a very lucky person. I sat down on a bench at the center again. I was deep in thought until I saw Latias in her disguise again. In no time, I was out of my seat and walking towards her. I was wondering how she talked to Latios about me so quickly. Or maybe she didn't yet. I walked up close to her. Hey there. I thought you said you were going to see your brother. What? What are you talking about, Mike? I don't have a brother. Oh god, this isn't Latias. This is Bianca I'm talking to. Whoops. I guess I was thinking of someone else. Oh, well, okay then. What have you been up to around Alto Mare anyway? I obviously couldn't say I was busy saving Latias' life, so I made something up instead. I was just taking a stroll around the area. It's very peaceful around here. Yes, it is. Listen, my grandfather wanted to let you know that you can stay at our house again if you need to. Oh, thanks. I'll keep that in mind. Okay then. See you later. That was a little scary to me. I completely didn't notice the hat the real Bianca was wearing. I almost called her Latias too. Woo! So glad I didn't. Besides feeling scared, I was feeling bummed too. I really thought that was Latias. Even though she only left 10 minutes ago, I missed her like I haven't seen her in months. I was very desperate to talk to her again. I just stood there and watched Bianca walk down the walkway with the other people. I felt like my legs were frozen. I suddenly started to daydream about how I saved Latias. Those crooks were looking for me at a hideout that doesn't even exist. Soon they will find out, and they will start using any tactic to hunt down Latias and Latios and maybe even me. The crisis is not prevented just because I saved Latias at that one spot. It's only temporarily stalled. There is more I can do to prevent it permanently. I know it, but I just need to figure out what I need to do. A sudden tap on my back snapped me out of my daydream. I turned around and saw Bianca again. I was a little freaked out by this because I just saw her walk down the opposite way. But then I looked at her head, and no hat lay upon it. Latias! It's you! I gave her another big hug. I had to. I just wanted to see her that much. You came back! She grabbed my arm and started to walk the other way. I didn't know what was going on. She tugged my arm and waved in a come-along motion, so I started to walk with her. She took me back to the bench I was sitting on a little bit ago. We sat down and she smiled at me. I felt so warm inside again. This was what I wanted, whether she had to be in disguise or not. She then waved her disguised finger in a come closer motion. I think that she wanted to tell me something, so I put my head close to her and put my ear towards her face. She did try to tell me something, but all I heard was a high-pitched whining sound. Of course, I knew that this was her this was her original way of talking. This was her and her brother's own unique language. Unfortunately, I do not understand this language at all. Thus, why I have the Pokespeak amulet in the first place. Sorry, Latias, I can't understand what you're saying. She looked quite upset. She looked like she thought something wasn't right. I knew the problem, though. It was that the amulet wasn't close enough to her to translate the sound. Hold on, let me try something. I put the amulet up to my ear. Okay, now try. I wanted to tell you I was sorry for running away from you like that. Oh, that's okay. I knew that you had to go. I understand. Really? You're not upset? No, of course not. I knew you had to see your brother and tell him what happened to you. I would do the same thing. That is, if I had a brother. Latias then smiled again at me. Even as disguised as Bianca, her smiles made me feel so warm inside. I didn't talk to my brother yet. I felt so bad from deserting you that after only a minute went by, I went looking for you. I saw you and my best friend talking. That's weird. Before I went back in time, I was Latias' best friend. But now she sees me as a human who has the ability to communicate with Pokemon. Yeah, yeah. Bianca and I were talking. To be honest, I thought that was you in your disguise again. Oh, really? Yeah. She doesn't know that I know that you. She doesn't know that I know that you and your brother are more than just legends. She doesn't? No. Not even her grandfather knows. And I stayed out at their house last night. That's odd. They take care of me and my brother every day. I knew Bianca's granddad since I don't know when. I felt like I heard this conversation before. What's so odd about it? If you're very good friends with them and live with them, then they should have told you about me and my brother being real. Well, that's just it. I don't know them much at all. I noticed that I'm heading towards the going back in time conversation. I really didn't want to tell her about that yet until I met Latios. You don't? Then why did they let you sleep in their house? Because I got knocked out and woke up with amnesia. Her eyes widened greatly, and when I told her that, she looked a little frightened too. Oh my goodness, are you alright? Don't worry, I'm fine. Oh, I really hope so. You're such a nice human. Why would anyone do that to you? I felt a little sick for not telling her the truth. There had to be a way to make her stop thinking about how I got knocked out. I will tell you what knocked me out later when I find your brother. I feel like I really should talk to him. Why do you need to talk to him? I will tell you everything when I find him. Please trust me. I won't do anything bad to him. Okay, I trust you. She smiled at me again. I turned to my right to stretch my neck. When I did, I noticed a weird bug. I stared at it for a moment and noticed that it wasn't a bug. It was a weird bot thing with a drill on top of it. A spy camera. I got up and grabbed the camera, threw it to the ground. I then stomped on it until it remained in tiny pieces. What are you doing? Latias, that was a spy camera. The crooks are using that to spy on what we're doing. It's not safe here anymore. Please take me out of here. We need to go. Okay, follow me. I had no idea we were going. I had no idea we were going to. All I know is that it's just not safe. Just not here at the marketplace. Latias was running pretty fast, even for her being in her disguise. I was already wiped out from all the things that happened to me today. I really didn't want to run, but I need to rest. My body felt like it stayed up all night, but all I really did was stay up until early evening. I'm not sure if it was even to 4 o'clock yet. Latias looked like she was running even faster now. Either that or I'm running too slow. I had to rest now. I was out of breath and now seeing stars. If I kept running any longer, I might faint, and Latias would be scared out of her mind if she saw that. Latias, wait, please. She suddenly stopped running and came over to me. What? Is something wrong? Latias, I'm all out of breath. I can't run anymore. Oh dear, that's not good. We're almost there, too. Here, I'll help you. She then put her disguised arm around my neck. Come on, we're so close. Hang on to me. I got you. I felt her dragging me along the path. I tried to help walk, but I had absolutely no energy left. I noticed a nice-looking fountain to my left, on the side of a building. There was a little red flowery bush to my right. Both of them looked nice. Latias kept dragging me to the corner of an alley and then stopped about 2 feet before the wall. Oh, wait. Something wrong? This is the spot where we can stay. Really? By this little fountain? Is it hard to get to? Yes, it is. No one should find us here. Oh, that's good. Say, could you do me a favor? Yes, what is it? Is it safe for you to not be in disguise here? Yes, it is safe. But may I ask why? Do you not like my disguise? Oh, no, it's not that. It's just that I like your original appearance a whole lot more. Oh, okay. Just 1 sec. She then undisguised herself once more. Oh, how I love to see the dragon I love's original form. I hope that she can see that about me. Not about the appearance, but about the fact that I love both her and Latios. There we go. Thank you. She gave me another warm feeling smile, but this time it was herself and not her disguise. Oh, I really need a drink of water right now. Oh, you do? The fountain is drinkable, but I don't have anything to hold the water in. Oh, well that's... Oh, hold on a second, I'll get you something. She turned invisible and flew off to the skies again. I had a sudden feeling of desertion, but it went away as soon as I thought of the fact that she's coming back. Only 30 seconds went by, and soon Latias came back. She brought back a metal bucket. Here, this is the first thing I found. I hope it's okay. Oh, it's perfect. I want water so bad that I'll drink it from anywhere or anything. Oh, great. One moment, please. She filled up the bucket completely with water. She then put the bucket of water by my side. Here you go. Thank you very much. I gave her a light stroke on the head to show my thanks. She seemed to like it because she smiled back at me. I took a sip of water from the bucket. It tasted so refreshing. My body felt cool and relaxed when I swallowed it. I don't know what they think of it. I didn't have anything to drink the entire day. Not in the morning because I wanted to get to the Tour de Alto Mare. Not during the race because I was trying to meet the Latias. Not after the race because I was saving Latias from the crooks. And not even after that because I had to search for Latias. No wonder why I was seeing stars and feeling faint. My body had nothing in it. Wow, that tasted so good. Oh, I'm glad you like it. It's some of the freshest waters here on Alto Mare, I'll say. I took another huge cup of water. It tasted just as good as the first sip. I could feel my energy coming back, too. I looked at Latias when I was done with the drink of water. She looked a little disturbed. Oh, my brother is calling me. Oh, he is? What's he saying? He wants me to go over to him. Oh, you really should. But what about you? I can't just leave you here. You need assistance. Don't worry, I'll be fine. You haven't seen your brother in a while, it seems. I think you should go. Well, okay. I'll see what he needs, and I will tell him about you. I will be back to help you, though. I don't want to leave you like that again. It's all right. Go and see your beloved brother. I took another drink of water. I kept chugging the water down, and soon the bucket was empty. When I put the bucket down, I noticed that Latias was no longer with me. I did not feel desertion this time because I allowed her to go. I finally had my energy back. I got up and stretched my arms and neck. Felt pretty good. My legs felt a little stiff, too. When I went to lean on the wall, my arm went right through it, and I fell to the ground. I got up and noticed that this was not a wall at all. It was a secret passageway. I wanted to see where it leads very badly, but I didn't want to leave the spot in case Latias came back. I suddenly had another thought of the movie come flying in my head. I pictured a disguised Latias walking through a wall like this one, and on the other side was her garden home. Wait, the secret garden? Oh, now I really need to go in there. I walked through the wall and down the path. My heart was pounding deeply. I saw the exit and ran towards it. I passed through the exit. In amazement, I looked around. It really was the hidden garden, the Lati's home. I finally made it at last. All I did was stare at the wonderful scenery around me. It was the most beautiful thing I ever saw in my life. It is definitely better looking now than it did in my dream. The best part about it is that this is real. I looked down the main path and saw both Latias and Latios. They looked like they were talking to one another, probably about me and the incidents that went on. I also saw Bianca walking towards them. I guess that she was visiting them. I wanted to visit Latios very bad, but I didn't want Bianca noticing me yet. I cupped my ear to see if I could hear her talk to them. Oh, hello, Latios and Latias. It's nice to see you again. Oh, Latias, is something wrong? You look hurt. Not thinking it through, I immediately pictured Latias in physical pain. I grew afraid and felt panic rush inside me. Latias is hurt? I'm coming, Latias! I suddenly took off sprinting. All three of them looked up to the main entrance when I yelled that. I didn't care. I wanted something. I thought something happened to Latias, and I wanted to make sure that she was all right. I was running really fast. I didn't even know I could run this fast. Although by running like this, I started to see stars again. I kept running though. I was almost there. I tried to slow myself down and stop in front of them, but I tripped on a lifted rock tile. I completely lost control and I couldn't slow down. Then I lost my balance and I completely fell into the pond where they were next to. Goodness! Oh my! What in the world? I must admit that the water was refreshing, but I got a mouthful when I fell in. I swam to the surface, coughing a lot. It was hurting my chest. We gotta help him, brother! Alright, let's go. Both Latias and Latios came to me. Latias grabbed my left arm, and Latios grabbed my right. Together, they both lifted me out of the water and laid me on the path. Oh, thank you both for helping me out. Are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. Thank you, Latias. What the? He can understand you. Is this the human you were talking about? Yes, it is. His name is Mike. Mike? What? You know about Latias and Latios? Yes, I do, and it's a long story. What is going on over here? I looked over and saw Lorenzo approaching. He didn't look too happy. Mike? Is that you? What on earth are you doing here? You should probably tell them, Mike. You're right, Latias, I am. Wow, that gizmo really does work. Please listen to me. I know that you are shocked to see me here, but I can explain. You see, I already knew about Latias and Latios being real. I only acted like I didn't know because I didn't want you two thinking I wanted to hurt them. All those questions I asked back there were fake. Well, I only wanted to see if you would tell me that they were real yourself. My goodness, if you just told me that you knew in the first place, I could have taken you here myself. Although now I see that you didn't know that I knew that they were real either. Wait, that explains why you said to me I thought you were going to see your brother. You thought I was Latias. Yes, that is also true. May I ask why you came here in the first place? I really didn't want to go through the going back in time conversation. It seemed as if that was becoming the only option. I came here to visit and protect Latias and Latios. They are my favorite Pokemon. That is the truth. He does seem to care for them a lot, it seems. Before you arrived here, he heard me say to Latias, "Are you hurt?" And he came running down to see if she was fine. I thought I saw some good in you, son. Thank you, Lorenzo. Son, may I ask why you're all wet? Yeah, I kind of tripped and took a swim in the lake. Oh! So now that you know the real me, am I allowed to stay here? Well, son, that's not really up to me. It's up to the Guardians of Alto Mare. Oh, okay then. I turn over to Latias and Latios. Latias? Latios? Do I have permission to stay here? They both look at each other for a brief moment, and then back at me. Oh, my bad. I forgot I had that picture there. Please wait a moment. Yes, you do. Woohoo! I love being trusted. Everyone started to laugh when I said that. I felt a little embarrassed, but then I joined in too. At last, my goal was to meet Latios and Latias was complete. I was so happy. Not only that, both Latias and Latios trust me. And that was even better. It's just as good, if not more, that now I'm allowed to visit the secret garden anytime I want. But I'm forgetting one thing though. As peaceful as it seems now, there's a crisis happening. I may have completed my goal for now, but the main goal of saving the Latias still needs to be complete. I really shouldn't stop now, no matter how bad I want to spend time with Latias and Latios. I need to keep focused on my main goal so that the city of Alto Mare will be safe once more. And that will be the end of this part. Those of you who read on to the next part, shame on you for sneaking a peek, but shame on me for having it visible. So, thank you very much for watching this, and I thank you for taking your time. Now, what will happen afterwards? Obviously, Annie and Oakley are not gone. They're gonna come back. That's all I'm gonna tell you. What will happen in part 3? I hope you stay tuned and listen to the book. Once again, thank you for your time, and that's it. Mr. John signing out.